Do you get upset when you feel that you wrote the perfect answer but still scored less? It does happen at times. In fact, most of the times, right? Not a problem. I will surely help you out. In this video, I will guide you on how to write perfect answers and ace your English grades. Today, we will discuss the common answer writing styles. Why do you score less even after writing the so-called perfect answers? Frequent errors that we do while writing answers. How to get over those errors. And at the end, you will get to know the next steps on how to be a master of the skill. So stay tuned. First, let's find out our usual answer writing styles. Whenever we get any assignment or we are writing any answer, usually we tend to write exactly what is written in the textbook, right? This is the basic practice. The next practice is sometimes we jot down the exact lecture or answer dictated by the teacher during the class and then write it in our assignment or while writing any exam, and we feel that it's completely and perfectly right thing to do. Then the best practice is we make notes during the class lecture and develop our own answers. All these practices are good, but still there is something that affects the marks. So now let's research and find out why do you score less even when you write exactly what is written in the textbook. The first possible reason is the answer is not complete. Yes, although you have written the answer from the book verbatim, but you might have missed important information or you simply use spoken English in your written work. Number 2, the answer is irrelevant. You actually did not understand what to write. Number 3, the answer is not well organized. You missed the string of logical arrangement or sequence of events. Number 4, the great grammatical errors. And then the answer is actually not original, right? So we need to overcome such errors. Now quickly grab your notepad and jot down the how we can improve these errors. Ready? The first thing to do is you should start writing complete answers. To do this, ensure that you are using written English instead of spoken English while writing any answer. That is, you don't just write what you think. See that it is complete and formal. Like, instead of writing, "That's a good idea," you should write, "That is a wise suggestion." Alright? And most importantly, take your time to think what you want to say and how you want to say it. The next point of improvement is don't write off-topic or irrelevant answers. For this, read the question carefully, understand every bit of it, stay focused on the topic, don't just diverge your mind into the other topics that is covered in the chapter. Use transition words like however, in addition, etc. to signal a change of topic. This is in case you are writing the long answer type questions. And you need to refer to the other topics of the chapter as well. There should be a smooth transition. For that, you need this transition words. And always try to use a mind map. You know, it is the best thing to sequence or organize your thoughts. Number 3, avoid plagiarism. You know, what happens? Sometimes you tend to copy an answer from another source, such as a classmate or online resource. This is considered plagiarism and can result in a 0 for the question. So beware of plagiarism. It is considered to be an academic offense. Now, to avoid that 0, ensure that you do your own research. You can always read and collect materials from other sources. However, do your own research and then write it effectively. You have to learn how to paraphrase any material. While using quotations, be careful not to change the verbatim of the quotations. Write exactly what is there in the quotation. Cite your sources. In case you are writing from any other resource, always give credit to that resource. Alright, don't forget to do that, and don't ever write your own name under those taken materials. Use a plagiarism checker. This is available online. You can always use it for convenience. Now let's discuss, why do you score less even when you write what had been dictated in the class by the teacher? The first possible thing is you might have missed some points. It is possible that you did not hear or understand everything that was dictated. This could be due to a number of factors such as the lecturer's accent, the noise level in the class, or your own hearing issues. Number 2, you might not have been able to keep up with the speed of the dictation. If the lecturer dictated the material very quickly, you might not have been able to write down everything that was said. Number 3, even if you did hear and understand everything that was dictated, you might have not been able to spell or punctuate the material correctly. This could be due to lack of knowledge of grammar and punctuation rules, or simply a lack of practice. Number 4, even if you were able to write down the dictated material accurately, you may not have been able to organize your thoughts clearly. This could make it difficult for the examiner to understand what you are trying to say. Alright, now let's see how to improve these errors. Number 1, in order to avoid missing points, you have to pay close attention to the speaker. This is very important. Number 2, take notes as you listen. So you should have a good writing speed. Number 3, be familiar with the text that is being dictated. Now this is very important. What you should always do when you know that this particular chapter or topic will be taught in the class, or the teacher is going to give us some notes, be prepared. Read and be prepared with it beforehand. Okay? When you have already read the topic or the chapter, you will be well versed with it, and that will help you to write down correctly when the answers are being dictated in the class. Number 4, read your notes carefully before you start writing your answers. And then you cannot really afford to make spelling errors. In order to avoid spelling errors, the first thing you need to do is use a dictionary or spell checker, because it is the most obvious way to check your spellings. The next thing you need to do is learn and practice the common spelling rules. There are basic spelling rules that can help you avoid making common mistakes. For example, you should know that when adding an S to a word, you usually add it to the end. Example, cat to cats. However, there are some exceptions to this rule which we will discuss in one of my upcoming videos on spelling and word choice error. Then, make a list of the words you have trouble spelling. Once you know the common spelling rules, you should start to identify the words that you have trouble spelling. Make a list of these words and practice spelling them regularly. Now, it is very important to read aloud. Reading aloud can help you improve your pronunciation, which can lead to better spellings. When you read aloud, you are forced to pay attention to the sounds of the words, which can help you remember how they are spelled. Taking a spelling test is of utmost importance because it can help you to identify the words that you are still having trouble with. Once you know these words, you can focus on practicing them. And the last but not the least, pay attention to homophones. Homophones are the words that sound the same but have different spellings and meanings. Example, thei there, there there, and the there. It is important to be able to distinguish between homophones so that you can spell them correctly. And then you ought to write well-organized answer. In order to do it, you should read the question carefully and identify the key points that you need to address in your answer. Arrange your points in a logical order or sequence of events. Support your points with evidence from the text. And in case you are quoting any sentence from the text, do not forget to use it within the quotation marks. Write in a clear and concise style. Use a topic to introduce main points in your answer. This is while writing long type answers when you are breaking up in your answer into paragraphs. Always give a topic to the main point. Use a thesaurus to find synonyms for overused words. We actually get bored of reading the same words again and again all over your answers. So always have one handful of synonyms for the words that you want to use in your answer. Well, that's all in this particular video. Play the next video titled How to Write Perfect Answers and Ace Your English Grades Continued to know more about the writing errors and how to rectify them. See you soon. Take care.